Hello friends, welcome back. I am Kelly Hyde, a professional makeup artist and Seint beauty artist. Today's video is going to be about eyeshadow, choosing shades that will complement your eye color the very best. Before we get started, I'm going to just give a quick PSA because I know someone will comment about it. You should always be wearing eyeshadow or makeup of any kind that makes you feel good. So no matter what I say in this video, if you were doing the complete opposite, but you love your shadow and you love the way it looks, then please do you. This is not a video to tell you the do's and the don'ts. This is a video to just educate you on color theory and my opinions of the shades that complement eye colors the best. But again, if you have been wearing your shades and you love them and they are not the kind of shades that I'm talking about, please rock on with your shades. I'm not here to tell you what to do. We're going to get started today with just basic color theory. So I'm sure all of you have seen a color wheel from some point. I'm going to drop a little graphic here. Hopefully, I've never done that before, but I think I can. And it's just gonna highlight a larger, more kind of in-depth color wheel. So the theory is that you should use the opposite shade to complement your eye color. So you can see on the wheel, if you see where the blues are in that section, across from the blues, straight across, is orange, all right? So in theory, orangier tones are going to bring out blue eyes the most. I will tell you this, my eyes are blue-green. Some days they look more green, some days they look more blue. This morning I was putting on my makeup and I was contemplating this video in my head. I was thinking of the things that I would say, and I went to go do my eye makeup and I looked at my eyes and I thought, today is not the day to be doing this eyeshadow look because my eyes just looked very drab. I was looking in the mirror thinking, I couldn't even tell you what color my eyes are right now. But I went ahead and I used my orangier tones, and then my eyes came to life and I was like, oh, it just made me more excited to do this video because I thought this is like truly what I'm talking about. Like my eyes look like nothing this morning. And when I put these shades on, they were just like vibrant and beautiful, and I felt really good about it. As I was saying, for our blue-eyed girls, the shade that's directly across from the color, from the blue on the color wheel is orange. So shades like this are going to really bring out the blues in your eyes. I have some of my Seint shadow shades. These are not all of them, but these are just some that I have. And you can see up in here, this section would be great for blue eyes. It has those warm tones. So when you're thinking about warm tones versus cool tones, warm tones would lean, if you had to think of it this way, would this shade lean more in the brown family or the gray family? So if in your eyes it would lean more brown than gray, then it is a warm tone. So purples can be warm toned. There are a lot of shades that can be warm toned and a lot that are cool tones. So cool tone's gonna lean a little bit more gray. If it was, and even a brown can be more cool toned brown than a warm toned brown. Let me find something to explain that. Okay, so let's just talk about browns for instance. Let's use that as an example. This shade here is oak, and it is a cool tone brown because oak has some of that gray tint to it. Where this shade here is also a brown, this is Sedona, and it is warm brown. Can you see the difference? Sedona is a more of an orangey brown, where oak is more of a gray brown. Same with purple tones, okay? Amethyst, for instance, is a purple tone, but it has that gray to it. While Lullaby, I would also consider a purple, but it is very warm. So it has some of that warm brown. Can you see that? That's just an example of how you can have basic colors that can be warm or cool. So you really just have to pay attention to the tone of the shade and not so much, is this shade brown, is this shade purple? Let's talk about our green-eyed friends. If you look on that color wheel, the shades that are across from green are red and pink, like that magenta-y purple shade. So those shades are really going to bring out those green eyes. So like think in this section here. These are not all of our colors, by the way, but just a collection I have together for this video in particular. So this area right here, and even some of these warmer tones are going to be gorgeous, gorgeous on green eyes. Now, if you are a person who has those really kind of light and they're really warm green eyes, then you can go even a little bit more cooler toned than like a traditional green eye girl. Now for brown eyes. Brown eyes are going to be accentuated by more cooler tone. The difference is some people have a very warm brown eye color. Like it has those flecks of amber in it. They're very warm. So cool tones are really going to bring that out. Now, some people have that dark brown eye where it almost looks black. So that is more of a cool tone. So the warmer colors, like the oranges, the bronzes, and things like that, are really going to accentuate that eye color. I feel like I'm saying cool and warm like every 2 seconds, and I really hope I'm not confusing you. So let me just show you. So for our brown-eyed friends, we want to think of more cool tone browns, gray shades, things kind of in this section. And purples are also gorgeous in brown eyes. Purples really accentuate brown eyes, and it's beautiful. Now I'm just going to share a few collections of shadows that I love for each eye color. So I'll show you the one that I have on today. It is Crush, which I have on my lid. Leo, which I have in my crease. So pretty, that's matte. Zion, which I have on my outer corner. And then I used Revival to line my eyes on the top and underneath. So you can see that look today, and look how blue my eyes look today. So that is one of my favorite blue eye combos. There are a million and a million options, but this is just one of my favorites. All right, for my green-eyed friends, I came up with this combo that I love. We're gonna start with Sis, which I would use on the lid. This is a pearly, it's pinky toned, but it's still got that warm peachiness to it. Mama, which is really one of my favorite colors of all time. I would use that in the crease. Lullaby for the outer corner. And then again, Revival to line. So you can see all those shades, how pretty they are. They have that plummy, pinkier tone, but it's still a very warm collection of shades. So for my friends with brown eyes, with those amber flecks, those really warm, rich brown eyes, this little collection would be beautiful for you. So we start with Venus on the lid. It's very soft, shimmery. Can you see that? Oh, so pretty. Again, I'm gonna go with Mama because of the purplish tones in it. It's just a wonderful, wonderful crease color. We're gonna do a little oak in the outer corner. I didn't get that on there very much. And then we would finish with Coal. Sorry. With Coal to line. So pretty. That is such a gorgeous cool tone collection. I love that. So those are just a few suggestions. There's a million more. And like I said, I love to mix cool and warm tone shades together to really create just a more versatile kind of look. But if we're basing our shadow choosing on color science, that is the way to go. Here's an idea for you. If you're a person who maybe has blue eyes and for years you've been wearing gray shadow and you're listening to this video and you're thinking, I want to start, what she's talking about, I want to start wearing a little bit more warmer tones. I'm going to give you a suggestion. don't dive in. Don't dive in and just buy an all warm tone palette, oranges and bronzes and all of that, and then just go for it, because typically for most people it will give them a little bit of shock and then they won't like it, because you are used to seeing yourself one way for so many years and liking yourself in that way. It's hard to like just flip things like that and go to a totally different kind of idea on shadow. So my suggestion, and something that I love anyway, is mixing your cool and warm tones. Put a warm tone like this, Crush, on your lid, and then use it with your cool tone brown in the crease. That's okay. Like, it doesn't have to be all or nothing. I like looks like that combine that. I'm like, for instance, I love mixed metal jewelry. It's just my thing. And I like that on the eyes too, to play up both warm and cool tones on the eyes. Another thing you can do is, if I have suggested to you today to wear cool tones, but you're a warm tone kind of girl, wear a cooler toned eyeliner, because the eyeliner is what's right around our eye. And so that will really pull and accentuate your eye color really well. Instead of changing your whole entire eyeshadow look to something that maybe you're not comfortable with, try dipping your toes in by just changing up the eyeliner to maybe bring a little bit more complementary shades to your look for your eye color. And it will probably make your eye color pop. That's why I always say, like, don't forget about the under eye shadows. It's a great place to use a really good complementary color to your eye, to your natural eye color, that will just make them pop and make them stand out right along here, because it's really right there next to your eye, and it'll just make them pop. And I love when that there, even consider using a little bit of shimmer, because those little bit of flecks of like, not sparkle, but shimmer. I don't like sparkle, but we like shimmer, will really just make your eyes look kind of magical, in my opinion. So, and even if you're older and you're afraid of shimmery shadows, using it just right there is not really going to highlight or magnify anything that you are trying to disguise otherwise, but it will really just make the eyes pop. I am always happy to help suggest shades for you. And the beauty about using Seint is that all of our little eyeshadow tiles here are singles. So they just pop out and then pop back in. So you can create just a little quad like this. You can have as many shades as you want. You know, this is my personal, I pulled out a few of my personal ones, but I like to have quite a variety when I'm doing my eyeshadows. But that's the beauty of Seint, is that we can customize an eyeshadow look just specifically for you. You don't even have to use any of our other products. So I'm always happy to help you choose those shades. So if you want to reach out, in the description below is a link to how to get in touch with me. And I would be happy to work with you. And I hope you all have a wonderful week, and I will see you next week.